Hey there everyone, this isn't Cow. I know, I'm sorry to disappoint. Anyway, this is LittleBigPlanet 1, although you probably see the giant LittleBigPlanet 2 logo there. This is a music box that someone made, I'm not sure who, but I got it online, it's really cool. If you've seen the trailer for LittleBigPlanet 2, that's the song from it. And basically I just wanted to make a quick video showing off a couple of things before LittleBigPlanet 2 comes out, since I've been playing the first game, trying to get the trophies frantically, and I finally did, so. Anyway, basically one of the new things I came up with is a non-lethal plasma ball, which people have known about, I'm sure, for a while. But, what I've done with it, as you can see, once I find it over here, is attached a tag to it, or a magnet, whatever they call it, magnet, because they have the magnet key, there we go, okay. In 2 they're called tags, and now I'm used to calling them that because I've seen a bunch of beta videos, but anyway, basically all you do is go to your unlethalizer, plasma ball there, and then you can resize it if you want, just to make it easier to see. And what you're going to want to do then, you can attach any kind of switches you want to it. And you can see it's not paused or anything. These are completely free of gravity. Now if you attach something to them, like let's take this piece of cardboard, and we'll just go ahead and stick it to our plasma ball. You'll see it will begin to be affected by gravity, but it also has very low gravity, so you can use this for kind of a neat effect. Anyway, we don't want it to kill our plasma ball just yet, so. So what I did with these right here, you can see this piece of dark matter up here just has a tag switch, and there's an emitter. So something else you can do with plasma balls is once you've unlethalized them, you can re-lethalize them with fire or electricity, which is kind of pointless because they're already basically electricity-ish. But anyway, fire will make it a little easier to, or a little harder, I should say, to kill something because it takes 2 hits and the plasma ball will vanish instantly when it hits your player. So it's kind of a scare tactic, I guess. But what you can see now is that'll emit. Oh, whoops, I forgot that's part of a different experiment. Just give it a little bit of speed, and when it flies up and hits that dark matter up there, it emits one of these fireballs. So how it works, you have a completely gravity-free object moving at a preset velocity, and when it hits here, before it hits, it'll come into the trigger radius of the switch here. And when it does that, it'll activate the switch, and then when it hits the dark matter there, it'll actually disappear. So it's a pretty neat tool for, well, I mean, you can make lots of neat stuff with it. I'm still working on what to do with it, but I thought I would share this with everybody. One of the things I came up with, I deleted it, was an intensifier. Basically what it does, and I'm going to put a grid here, is... there we go, now I'm lined up. Is 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically, you can use like a randomizer kind of ish. It's not exactly random, but what you do is create a little box here and attach some paintball switches to it. So these. Just put one on each side, and you make them, so 1 paintball, 1 shot switch, do that to all of them, and once you've got that set up, you create a non-lethal plasma ball, and you put an emitter that shoots out paintballs. So that would be, which one? This one. Shoots out paintballs, but we'll get to that in a second. Then what you're going to do is put an emitter. Alright, and you can have the emitter triggered by, you know, whatever, but for this we'll just use a time delay, so let's say every 4 seconds. It will create another one of these little plasma balls that we just made, the intensity core. And what this will do is it will sit there in the center of our intensifier, and it will spin around and shoot paintballs. So, basically, what will happen, we should increase the lifetime on this too. So you set it to have infinite lifetime, set it to, you know, only so many emitted, let's say 10, and 10 at once, obviously. And as you can see, they'll actually emit into each other. So what you can do is you can have a like a survival type level and continuously trigger this emitter every time you want the difficulty to increase, and then it will emit another one which will spin around and throw paintballs. So it'll basically make these switches trigger more often. So then what you can do is, let's say, let's just put this emitter over here, and we'll make this, what do we want to make this one emit? Let's just have this emit a soccer ball. And it'll emit a soccer ball, and it'll go away after 1 second. And then what you can do is every time that switch is hit, it'll emit a soccer ball. And then as more and more of these intensity cores build up in there, it'll keep triggering more often, basically. And you can obviously adjust this. I mean, I have these set to fire a paintball once every 2 seconds. I mean, so it's not that quick, but you can set that down and start doing some crazy stuff with it, and then obviously adjust this to, you know, however you want the difficulty to increase. So this can replace a lot of complicated machinery. Like in my zombie survival level, pretty much the entire top half of the level is pistons and dissolve switches and lots of crazy stuff I designed to make it go up in difficulty as you move along. And it was really kind of ineffective because it didn't work well. Basically, there were 4 zombie spawns in the level, so I could probably replace the entire thing with this right here just by maybe increasing the time on it. And it's a neat gadget you can make. So, I guess that's all I really have for this video. I might make something else going over one of the other levels I just made, and I'll see you then, I guess.